Howdy, friends. Steve DePoe here for the Rose Realty team. Today, we're talking about the home selling process. The first step in the home selling process is really the most difficult part, the difficult step for the home seller, and that's making that decision. Not only is it making the decision, yeah, we're going to sell because our house has never been worth more, but what are the next steps? Where we're going to go? We're going to upsize, we're going to downsize, we're moving out of the area, we're moving into a retirement community, active adult. We need a bigger house because now we're multi-generational, etc. We want to go into an apartment, whatever. The decision to sell your house and what those next steps are is the biggest decision and the biggest step in the home selling process. Now, once you decide to sell your home and you call the Rose Realty team, we're going to do a market analysis for you. And what a market analysis is determine what your house is worth, what the value of your house is in your neighborhood, because you can't change your neighborhood, right? So what the value of your house is in your neighborhood. So you have 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 3-car garage. You're talking about 2,500 square feet. That's worth something. And what we're going to do is analyze your house versus the houses in your neighborhood that sold in the last 3, 6, 12 months. And we're going to be we have technology to be able to say, okay, your house is 3 bedrooms and the one next door is 4. What would your house have been if it was 4 bedrooms, or what would their house have been if it was 3? Okay. And so we're going to analyze your house and come up with an accurate representation of the value of your house today. Then we're going to sign an agreement. Now, this is an agreement as much for your protection as it is for ours. And we're going to say we're going to do everything humanly possible to get you the most for your house that we can get. And we're gonna put together a marketing plan. We're going to show you the technology we're going to use. We're going to show you our marketing spend, and it's going to be an agreement between us and you to sell your house. Now, after that, we're going to do a couple things. We're going to start marketing the house. We're going to put it on, for example, multiple listing services, which almost everybody does. And we're going to put together a marketing plan and execute that marketing plan, which is going to generate showings. Now, the showings are when people come by your house and take a look and say, "Ooh, I like the color. I like the color of the wall, and the carpet has to be replaced." Now, you've probably heard more or less commercials on the radio and television. Hey, we'll sell your house. You don't need to do showings. No open houses. Blah blah blah. Here's the trick to those kinds of services. Okay, when you come to a licensed real estate agent, we're going to sell your house for like around 6% commission. Okay, they're going to sell your house for a 15 to 20% fee. Okay, so watch out. If you have to get out of Dodge real quickly, then maybe this is of value to you. If not, if you want the most value and the most money out of your house in your pocket is possible, then a licensed real estate agent, the traditional method, is the way to go. You don't want to fall for these fly by night, you don't have to do an open house, no showings, blah, blah, blah. You don't want to fall for that. You have questions, give us a call. We'll explain it to you. Then what we're going to do is offers are going to come piling in, right? Going to come rolling in. We are going to analyze those offers, and we're going to explain to you which ones are the best. Now, just because someone's offering full price or more money than the other person doesn't mean it's the best. There's all kinds of things, contingencies, and all kinds of dotted I's and crossed T's in these contracts that we have to be aware of. And we're going to do what's called a net sheet. And what a net sheet is explained to you at the end of the day. We're going to line up these 4 offers, let's say, and at the end of the day, which one is going to put more money in your pocket and which one is the most likely that we're going to get the closing. Next, what's going to happen is the buyer is going to do an inspection on the home. Now, an inspection is to make sure that the water heater works and the dishwasher isn't going to break and the roof doesn't leak. Okay, those are things that, hey, the dishwasher's been working up to now. We don't see any problem with it. Well, there could be a valve in there that's going to go or something like that, or the water heater, maybe it's 20 years old and it's pretty close to the end of life. The inspector is going to tell the buyer those types of things. And then the buyer's bank or lending institution is going to do an appraisal on the house. Now, what that's for is the bank wants to make sure, or the lending institution wants to make sure that if your buyer has some sort of problem 2 or 3 years down the line, the bank can get their money out of it, get their money out of the deal. It has nothing to do with you. It just has to do with how much the buyer has offered for the house, and whether number one, the buyer can afford it, and number two, whether the bank can sell the house 3 years from now or 2 years from now if the buyer were to default, and the bank can get their money out of get their money out of the house. And then is the great day, we get to closing. We close on the house. That's where we sign on the dotted line saying, yep, we're out of here. And you as the seller, takes you about a half an hour to sign all the paperwork. The buyer is going to sign at some point either before or after. It's going to take them about an hour. And when they transfer their money to the title agency, and the title agency then takes the money and transfers it to your bank to pay off your mortgage or mortgages or whatever, that's called funding. The deal is done, your house is sold. Now, hopefully by that point, I have found you a new home to move into, and you're living comfortably in that new home, just waiting for the day to close on your sale. I hope that was helpful. This is Steve DePoe from the Rose Realty team. I'm going to bounce.